Hey, what's up, studs? Ryan here, or MandRproductions, and welcome to Ask MandRproductions episode 102. I know I've been kind of skipping weeks here. I'm sorry. I've been very busy trying to fix the internet, and this is probably going to be a bit of a shorter episode because my internet here is just not that great for upload speeds. I need to get this video uploaded in a reasonable amount of time. That should be fixed later this week, though, so that shouldn't be a problem moving forward. That's finally going to be in the past. If you want to see my frustrations, you should check out my latest vlog. It was a rough week for me last week, but we're moving on from that. I got bigger and brighter things to look forward to. Anyway, if you guys have a question that you want answered on next week's episode, you can leave it down in the comments section below. All your questions are greatly appreciated. I'm sorry I can't answer everybody's question, but ask a good question and you'll give yourself a good chance to be featured in the next video. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff coming out in about a week from now, a little over a week from now. Of course, episode 9 comes out in a little over a week from now, so keep your eye out for that. Make sure you turn on notifications for the channel because there's a lot of stuff coming you're not going to want to miss. Our first question comes from an appropriately named Tech Yoda. Says, hey, MandR, has your iPad Pro been bending? There's been so many reports of them bending and I want to get one. So mine, I am pretty sure it's got a little bit of a bend to it. You can pause and see what you can see, try to draw a line. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure I see a little something going on there. Maybe just because you asked, but I'm pretty sure there's something there. You guys get that angle as well. That there's a little bit of a bend to it, which is very unfortunate. I wouldn't take those reports too seriously. It's mostly people just outraged on the internet that talk a lot. If you're gonna put a case on it to begin with, you're fine. Like if you're gonna put whatever on it, like that's not gonna be a problem. If you go bare like me, maybe at some point it will begin to gain some sort of bend. I'm not exactly sure what might cause that. I don't remember sitting on this, so I don't know. Like, that would be a problem for you if that's something you're worried about, potentially. So, I mean, that's just a dumb thing, though. I mean, I don't think it's really going to be a big problem for you. It's not something you're going to notice unless you're staring down the barrel of the iPad for whatever reason. So, the iPad Pro has been great for me, so no complaints from me, other than maybe there is actually a slight bend there. JeffA12 says, what is your favorite lightsaber color? Also, whose lightsaber is your favorite? So, purple, part of me wants to say purple because Mace Windu was the only one who had purple and he made purple really cool, but probably red. Red just really resonates with me. And also, my favorite lightsaber, like favorite character's lightsaber, has to be Count Dooku. I just remember as a kid, like, you got a real feeling of empowerment when you had Count Dooku's lightsaber in your hand and you hold it and you're just like, you hold it at that angle downward because it has the angle to it already. Oh my god, Count Dooku's lightsaber. Also, the Lego one's pretty cool that they made like a mold just for his. Like, there's Count Dooku's, there's Asajj Ventress. I knew they didn't make one for Kylo Ren. They, like, the actual red part is, but the actual hilt is not. I think Count Dooku's is my favorite just because it has that very cool sloping shape to it or bend to it like my iPad Pro. So Count Dooku's lightsaber is probably my favorite. I'm curious, what is y'all's favorite lightsabers? I'm pretty sure Kylo Ren's probably pretty far up there. Darth Vader for a lot of people. Count Dooku, obviously Darth Maul, all the kind of unique ones. But let me know in the comment section below what y'all's favorites are. Just reply to my pinned comment. Aaron says, since you live in Florida, are the stereotypes somewhat true about Florida Man? There is a reason that there's a very large subreddit called Florida Man. I'm pretty sure it's subreddit. And I'll be honest, obviously, like, in my everyday life, I'm not seeing Florida Man does this, Florida Man does that with my own very eyes, like when I'm at Walmart, right? Just the chances of that happening just aren't very high. But I will say, when I see a news story on Reddit or whatever, and it's not in the Florida Man subreddit, but I see it, right? And I notice that it's not in the Florida Man subreddit, I'll be like, this happened in Florida, didn't it? It happened to me like 2 weeks ago. That's why I picked this question. Like 2 weeks ago, I saw this news story. It was the UPS truck thing, and I had texted the old Bricks and Bits crew, Sean, Patrick, and Graham. I had seen this video, and I hadn't finished watching the video yet. Let me see if I can get it to focus for you guys. Yeah, I had seen that video. It was the really terrible like UPS truck event where a couple guys stole the UPS truck or whatever, and like if you know, you know. It's really bad the way it ended. But I watched the video and I didn't know where it was from, but I immediately was like, it was Florida, wasn't it? And then I watched the video and of course it's freaking Florida, because everything crazy seems to happen in Florida. So yeah, the stereotype, stereotypes are a stereotype for a reason, I feel like, and that is one that definitely seems to hold true, is the Florida Man stereotype. Now, obviously, everyone you meet from Florida isn't going to be some wacko nut job, but it does tend to seem that whenever some crazy news story happens, it tends to be in Florida. So yeah, that UPS thing was terrible. I mean, like, everything that came out of that news story was just awful. I definitely don't feel great about that having been the example to have to give you guys, but that's the one that happened to me the other day, and it was the reason I picked the question. Ben asks, hello from England. He says, my question is, what is your view on the recent increase in blank black-headed or faceless Star Wars Lego minifigures. Typically, they'll just put the black head on there. Enfys Nest, Major Von Reg, Praetorian Guard, Zori Bliss, The Mandalorian, etc. Why does Lego do this? I find it pretty annoying as they can't be displayed without their helmets. So I understand, I feel like I'm giving the PR answer from the Lego group. I understand your frustrations. However, the Lego group must hold its... No, so the real reason behind this, or at least what I assume to be the reason behind this, is because when they're producing these things about a year, I would say a year in advance, right? They have to like finalize the design at some point beforehand. You just don't know what the face of the character looks like. And in some cases, like The Mandalorian, we're 5 weeks into the show and he hasn't done a face reveal. They didn't tell Lego about Baby Yoda. That's why there's no Lego Baby Yoda. Like, a lot of this stuff is just kept under wraps by Disney, or that they don't want Lego to do it because that would be a spoiler for an eventual reveal that would happen in the movie, the TV show, the animated series, whatever it may be. It's just really to avoid some sort of spoiler, because obviously the Enfys Nest face reveal, like, I wasn't ready for that to be a girl in the movie, and had the Lego sets had a girl face with the girl hair included, then that would have been spoiled for me. So there's definitely a reason behind it, and that reason is to avoid some sort of spoiler, essentially. So that is why you get black heads, especially with a lot of the first and second runs of minifigures, like first wave it comes out in, especially when it's new. Hasn't been a face reveal in a movie yet, so I know it sucks, but there is a pretty valid reason behind it. Turtleback06 says, why don't you have Rich Boy J on your channels page? There's a lot of people I don't have on my channels page. You'll notice my channels page says people I want to see succeed, and just because someone's not on that list doesn't mean they're a sworn enemy of mine or anything of that nature. I mean, there's a limited number of people you can fit in that list, and right now the people that I have in there are just the people that I happen to have in there. There's not a ton of thought that goes into it. It's just people that have made an impact on me and are my friends in the community. So that being said, I don't know if Jay is my friend anymore, because I made a video about David and Beyond the Brick not disclosing, which I feel like I was rightful to do so because they weren't doing so, and now he's angry at me, so whatever, man. But I mean, yeah, sure, there's a lot of people I'd love to have on my channels page that I don't currently have on there, but obviously just there's a limited amount of space, and I don't know. I should probably just do like the Just Too Good route or Brickitect route. I think they just put themselves in there, which is fine. Like, that way you can't hurt anyone's feelings, I guess. And then people don't come after you being like, oh, why isn't this person there? Why is that person there? Like, not to disparage your question at all, but like it would just be easier for me as a person to be like, hey, these are my other channels, and not like have like, hey, you can also check out my friends. These people also make good stuff. So it's kind of a fine line. It's definitely a tough thing to be on the right side of, I feel like, because no matter what, you're gonna have people being like, oh, why is this person not there? Or why do you only put yourself there? Or you only care about yourself? So either way, you get screwed, and you know, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I try to put some of my friends there. I do my best. Lego Legend says, do you think YouTube will delete all small Lego YouTube channels by the end of 2018? No, I don't know where you're getting this from, but no, that's not gonna happen. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know where you're getting this from. That is insane, sensationalist, not happening. I might even use it as clickbait for the title. Well, technically it's not clickbait because it's in the video, but people are gonna call it clickbait anyway. But no, like, that's not happening. Like, that's not the point of what's happening. Like, none of that. Don't worry about it. You're okay. Your channel's not going to get deleted by the end of 2018. That's not going to happen. Cody Cool Studios says, what is a set that you think Lego made just to get money? Okay, so the way I really wanted to approach this question is that, like, Lego is a business. They are going to want to make money. That's the point of them making Lego sets. They make them to make money, right? Like, that makes sense. Same way I put out my videos hoping that people will watch them. People will go like, Ryan, you only made this video for views. Yeah, I made the video so that people would watch it. That's the point. I would like the most amount of people to watch every video I make. No crap. And I would assume it's the same way for Lego. They want as many people as possible to buy their product, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's how business works. Like, I don't know, man. So, I mean, I would say they make every Lego set just to get money. I guess except the Christmas free one, employee gifts, because technically they aren't getting paid for those. But, I mean, everything else they make just to get money, right? Like, that's how it works. That's a business. I mean, of course, they get other benefits from it. They get to make children happy, and they make people like me happy, because I get to have a really fun hobby slash job slash YouTube thing. And, like, there's a lot more than Lego just getting money out of it. There's a lot of satisfaction, I guess, in the work that they do, but I wouldn't say that their first and primary motive being to turn a profit would necessarily be a bad thing, because if they weren't turning a profit, they wouldn't be in business, and then we wouldn't have all this awesome stuff that we can buy. So that sentiment just really kills me when I see it. I just don't understand it. Maybe that's because I'm in a different position than a lot of people, but I don't see it. Conquistadors13 says, why is LEGO discontinuing so many sets that only came out in April of 2019? Example, Clone Scout Walker, Snowspeeder, and the Stormtrooper Battle Pack. So yeah, those sets apparently, according to LEGO's website, are retiring soon, which is really surprising. Those sets have only been out since April. LEGO typically, like in my mind, basically it's kind of like a 10 cent per piece one, right? It doesn't really exist, but it's kind of what people equate. Is that when you see a LEGO set, typically it will have a 2-year shelf life, right? And that just doesn't seem to be happening as much anymore. Even the LEGO Movie 2 sets that came out in January, they're all going away, I think, like at the end of this year. Like they're only getting a 1-year run, which is pretty crazy for what was LEGO's movie of the year. Like why wouldn't they have a second year of just them sitting on the shelves? Maybe they just don't have, you know, the space with Minions and Trolls and other themes coming out, but it was very surprising to me to learn that and to find out that all these 20th anniversary sets are going to be retiring early. So I can't explain why they are doing this. I really can't. There are some sets that for whatever reason just sit on shelves longer than others. LEGO determines this through X, Y, and Z factors. I have no idea. Perhaps it's sales. Perhaps they have other products that would potentially compete coming out down the line. Like for example, I guess they retired Luke's Landspeeder just because they were coming out with another Luke's Landspeeder in a year and they didn't want to have those products clashing type of thing. So you definitely don't want to end up in a situation where you have the buildable figure Darth Vader on shelves and then you also have the buildable figure Darth Vader on clearance that I have a picture of and hopefully we'll find and put on the screen for you, because that is a bad situation for the LEGO group. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look great, I'll say that. So I can't explain why exact sets are getting retired super early, but that is a trend I'm noticing lately, and something if I ever get the chance to ask someone higher up at LEGO, or if anyone from LEGO would like to comment on this and sees this video, that'd be great. But why are these sets retiring after only 8 months on shelves? That is a shockingly short lifespan. So we'll have to wait and see if anything comes of that. I don't know what the deal with that is, but I would like to know as well. Trust me, that's a great question. So that's all for Ask MandRproductions 102. I guess next episode I'll probably give some episode 9 predictions, because episode 9 will be out in 9 days from now. So I am so excited for that. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know your favorite Star Wars character's lightsaber with a reply to the pinned comment down below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.